Hello. So, I've had this beautiful awareness of love. Beautiful experience with love where I've been both grieving and loving at the same time. And I'm not going to go into like the circumstances around that, but that's been a theme for a while. And I've had some space now, some time from the depths of the grief and the despair, which didn't last long, but the grief was here for a while, but the despair were potent, intense moments. And I want to do a reading about this because what I found to be so beautiful is that during my grieving process, I found myself expanding, deepening into a deeper love. And this is like is it a dichotomy it's called? This is a dichotomy that really fascinates me, you know, and I'm studying right now. I've been studying physics and chemistry and maths, so very sciencey subjects, and that's like back into school. And before that, I've been studying self-awareness, self-love, actively, like the psychology and spirituality of self-love and what it means to be a person, what it means to be healthy. Oh my God, that's been a big one. What it means to have self-worth or lack thereof, using my personal experience as a reference point, as well as other teachers and their students and people just sharing along the journey, friends, loved ones, family, sharing, learning, deepening in understanding and awareness, as well as love, you know. So anyways, a lot of people have been giving birth recently, and of course there's pain involved in that. Not for all births, but it is a big part of birth. Is we have this awareness that it can be the most excruciating and painful thing that a person can go through. And at the same time, you have this beautiful life that comes through and that is born. And the amount of love that you feel for that being is, I mean, yeah, beyond words. And then there's the breastfeeding process, which also can be so painful. And something that I've been using as reference point to, and this can be such a tricky, slippery slope. So there can be this expectation that your true love experience, as in partnership, union, marriage, however way you want to phrase it, will be without pain, right? Or as little pain as possible. And what I've been like, especially yesterday, I was like, wow, actually, to use that as reference point for what is and isn't a true love experience and has the potential to be a life partnership, if that's something you want, is not like right for me, at least. Just looking at, there's like love and grief are partners in a way. And I saw this post by a dad who said that he fell in love with his toddler and little chunky legs and that stage of its being, and then grieved the loss of that baby when it grew into a toddler, but then fell in love again with the toddler. So is this perpetual? And then when it was a kid, there was a grieving of the toddler stage, but also the falling in love with the kid stage. So there's this perpetual love and grief, love and grief. And there's the getting into a relationship, and then there's the fear of losing the person or fear of what could happen. And there's love and grief, and there's these layers of what to me has felt like freaking breaking apart. Like the seed, you have a seed, you put it into the ground, and before it really like grows, or as a part of it growing, it breaks out of the shell. And that to me is like, I associate that with this excruciating pain of like letting go, surrendering, falling in love. But then something new emerges. And what's challenging is that you don't know what is about to emerge from the seed. Like when you get into a connection with someone, you don't know, where is it going? What is it gonna be? Are my feelings reciprocated? All of those things. And that can be this painful, excruciating thing. And so what I've been processing, reflecting on, is to, rather than trying to stop the moments of pain when they emerge, or grief when they emerge, and seeing that as signs of like, oh, maybe it's not true or something, being like, okay, maybe this is part of the process. And softening into that. I think last time I had moments of this, it was a bit brutal, so intense, but I was also physically not in as good of a state as I'm at currently. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be better. I'll be more adapt to handle and withstand the waves, and ride through them, let them move through me. So that's what I came on to do a reading about. And the decks that I'm using are this one, Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray, artwork by Lily Moses. And then we have this gorgeous one. I mean, they're all beautiful. Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards, Jade Sky, illustrated by Belinda Morris. And the last one, we have the Witch's Wisdom Tarot by Phyllis Corrupt, and artwork by Danielle Barlow. So messages from ancestors and angels and witches is what you're up for. And I just want to see like, what does love and truth, that's what I pray to, that's what I forankrar meg I, deepen with, and let guide me, is love and truth and unity. So just messages from that, from love, from truth, from unity, from true love, true and loving unity. As it pertains to this, let's see. Okay, first card to come through, focus on children, pregnancy, birth, adoption. And at the bottom of the deck, we have family connections, respect people, kinship. So I mean, big time family is part of this reading. And when I look at this reminds me of Ghana. This used to be money back in the day in Ghana. These are shells that were used as money back in the way back in the days. Okay. And underneath family connections is this one that says begin writing now. I mean, I have my schoolwork right here. No, I don't think that's what it means. When I saw this, it made me reflect on getting clear, or taking notes on what it is that you desire, what's worth the pain, what you want to co-create from this state and awareness of there will be challenge, there will be pain, as well as love, more love, growth. I mean, what's more precious than this, you know? Like, it's worth the pain, no? For me, it is. So this one says, create, express, inspire. Underneath that, we have respect your physical body. Okay, so we have those cards. Let's see what else wants to come through. Shed old skin. Snake. I mean, that's on theme. And under, at the bottom of the deck, oh my goodness, we have Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. So a Shaolin Master, they, rather than avoid, or, you know, like martial artists, it's also a spiritual practice. It's like you take advantage and meet with what is coming at you. So if it's punches, kicks, and then you move with it, like flow in a way. So you're using, rather than fighting against it, which is funny to say because it's an actual fight, right? But it's kind of more like a dance instead, where you're, if a punch comes, then you like flow, and so you counteract, and then maybe you, by using like precision and awareness and also practice, I mean practice over and over again, then you learn how to work with the movements, to work with what's coming at you, to work with the challenges, if we're going to use it as a metaphor for that, with the pain, potential pain. And they also get stronger by actually pain exposure. Isn't that a thing as well? To, like, for example, chop the part, the plank in two. Yeah, something like that. And then underneath that, look at this. Look at this. Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. So there's the contrast. I love that. The contrast of, like the dichotomy again, that the two come together. There's pain, excruciating pain, and then there's love, and there's gratitude and beauty, and then there's grief, and there's fear. Like your child, you're worried about it. Will it be okay? What will happen? Like there's fears that come up naturally. So, and it's worth it. Keeps coming up. It's worth it. Yeah. All right. Final message. Let's see. From the Witch's Oracle. No, Witch's Tarot. Message of love and truth. As it pertains to this pain, love message. The moon, the reflection. So with this I saw, one thing is the true thing and the other one is the reflection of it. What makes one, I want to say like what makes, there was a question about what, discerning which one is the true one and which one is the reflection. the reflection is still the thing, but it is a reflection of it rather than the actual thing. And this deck, the moon card is number 4. Interesting. Craftsman of fire. So a craftsman of fire works with heat to bend metal, to create tools, so I'm like, how does this pertain to what we're talking about in terms of pain and beauty? And I guess the heat could be seen as this, because even in birth, there's something called the ring of fire, which is like the point where it's like, the worst, and you don't know if you're gonna make it. And that's something that comes through in, I don't know if it's all, but a lot of creation processes, whether it is you're creating yourself or creating a new life or creating a new business, creating a new life, there's this point where it's like the ring of fire. So it's after a bowl of chili. So you have this point of like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And with the fire here in this image, it's like the heat of the fire is what helps melt the metal, and sometimes it feels like we're freaking melting. And then in that process, you get to like mold the metal into the form that you desire to have. And actually, look at the thing he's making there has the shape of the moon there. But it's speaking to, for me, the beauty of like a way to alchemize, to work with the pain, the challenge. Which is to use it up as an opportunity to, like, as you soften, as you melt, because sometimes it feels like a softening. Like, I think there's the height of the flame where it can feel good and you feel like blissful, and there I think it comes naturally, but it can also be a powerful state to like inform your life, your world. But coming back to the pain part, yeah, being in that melted state. And I would say that it's with focus and with practice, with training in a way, where you get to, and also support, definitely. It doesn't have to be family, it can be friends, can be nature, can be a deck, stories, art, can be anything that feels supportive. Goddess of the earth we're getting under here. Again, that dichotomy, barrenness, fertility, fruitfulness. Yeah, when in that space, using focus, when in that melted state, softened, for me, presence, care. There's a flow to this, like with the water, with the presence and the care, you're like attentive to what's the felt experience of this. And by being present with what's the felt experience of this, you get, like, you're literally holding yourself, like you're literally doing this with yourself. And then whilst doing that, you get to, sometimes this is all that is needed. Other times being here allows for the understanding, like internal, deep understanding of what is needed, what was lacking. And then there's the ability to, or the potential for us to provide the thing that has been missing, the thing that is needed. And it's not this like, it's not to say that we've done anything wrong, or like, it's really, really, really not a time to shame or guilt. It's a time for curiosity and openness, and the, I want to say, instinct to understand the I hope the message with this came through clearly. That's the, like, that whole process is then what helps shape or give shape to you. Yeah. I'm gonna end the video here. 22:02. That's nice. Funny how people who do readings always call out these numbers. Thank you for watching. I hope that this was informative, inspiring, loving, enlightening in some way. Definitely that it is of support to you and your journey, your relationship with yourself and with life, and your ability to enjoy and find more peace and love within the vastness and the craziness and the beauty of it all. All right. Ciao, ciao.